her body, her forerib back to her rear flank. One I think that comes with a lot of future cow potential. A really nice one to go ahead and start the class today.
So if you would bring in
Another single entry, one that we really like in terms of her extension. We think she's a really long-sided female, has got some length up front, and then we ask her to go, and she still gets out with plenty of stride, plenty of flex and reach as well, certainly plenty of future. Can't wait to get her back out. Congratulations.
Clay and I kind of discussed them quite a bit here and how we like them, and we definitely think there's some give and take, especially what your preference is. We're going to go ahead and use the heifer to my right here to be your champion. One we maybe just like a little bit more in terms of her body, a little bit more level in her design. But the heifer that comes next, one you really have to appreciate in terms of her length of body, her extension. She's so attractive in her teeth structure and the way she gets out and goes. I think two heifers that are going to go ahead and make really great cows. So congrats to these two exhibitors.
Well, a nice class of 4 bulls here. The one we go ahead and lead off with, we think just puts the most together of the remaining 3 in terms of, of the 4. We think he's just the most complete in terms of being big-bodied, still being rugged in terms of having some power up through his hip, and yet he's still awfully confident at the surface. And yet, when she gets him to stop, we still think he comes together with a nice look. He's going to get out and cover some cows. We like that one to start. From there, we certainly have some differences. We found this little bull, or the younger bull in class, just to be the next one in terms of power, in terms of ruggedness. We like him over the other 2 in terms of his pin set. We think he's stronger out there. He's stronger right behind his shoulder with more shape. He comes down to a big foot at the ground as well. Maybe make him just a little bit smoother there at his shoulder, but we think the young bull still comes with as much power as the remaining 3. And then the bottom 2, this one hits you hard in certain ways when he stops in the side. He's the really extended bull. He's extremely long-sided, and certainly days to come will help him as he continues to masculine up. Today we just found him a little bit weaker there behind his shoulder. We didn't think he quite had the power out through his hip to match his frame as the 2 ahead of him, but certainly one that still has some reach, some stretch, and we'll get out and cover cows. The one that we goes fourth, one that's just immature today, we read in his kind, just not as far along in terms of his muscle shape, and we get him to go. We didn't find him as comfortable as the couple ahead of him in terms of his rear wheel into his hock and down into his pastern, but he's certainly excited out here as well, but he'll still get out and go. We like all 4 of those. Congratulations.
So winning that class is lot 15 from Vedby Charolais Ranch. In second place, lot 18 from Logan Whisker. In third place, lot 17 from Kempen Charolais. And in fourth place, lot 16 from Lynn Johnson. Once again, lot 15 was the winner, lot 18 in second, lot 17 in third, lot 16 in fourth. That brings us to class 4 bulls. There's 3 entries in this class. 5 days of age separate these animals. First bull in, lot 14, was born March 6th of 22. Next bull, March 1st of 22. And the third bull, also March 1st of 22. Once again, just 5 days of age separates these bulls. One of them is lot 14, born March 6th. The other 2 bulls were born March 1st.
really nice set of bulls here in this next class. And I think the one that goes ahead and starts is one for us that just brings so much power and mass and rugged masculine herd sire image. You watch that one go, and he still gets out with plenty of comfort, meets the surface on such a big foot, just one that overwhelms you in terms of power. The bull that's going to come next, another one you really love in terms of his center body. He's really bold in terms of his forerib, puts up so much shape behind the backside of his shoulder into a big upper hip. And the bull that's going to go ahead and follow up the class, one that you can really appreciate when you get him parked on the side with some extension and some look. One you can really appreciate at the surface. He's really soft in his joints. One for us, when you get behind him, maybe just comes a little bit narrower to his pin set, a little flatter in his body shape, but a really nice bull to go ahead and round out that class.
So winning that class is lot number 11 from Vidvey Charolais Ranch at Lake Preston. Second place, lot number 12. Lot number 12 was brought to you by Van Dyke Charolais of Elkton. And in third place, lot number 14. Lot number 14 is from Kempen Charolais of Volga. Next, we'll have our class of 5 bulls. There's 5 entries in this class. Be led in by lot number 10. Will be a February 28th of 22 bull. February 28th, 22, lot 8, February 19th, lot 7, February 16th, followed up by lot 21, the youngest bull, will be a February 6th. Excuse me, the oldest bull, February 6th. Once again, while they're evaluating this class, we'd like to recognize our Supreme Role sponsors. They are American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement and Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Premier Bank, First Interstate Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Kibble Equipment, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Veterinary Service, Plains Commerce Bank, Reliant Bank, Titan Machinery, and Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Hadley, if you hadn't slipped up there and tripped him, he'd have never fallen. Illegal block to the back, probably a 10-yard penalty. Also, we'd like to thank our video auction sponsors. They are Max Steel, Feber Vans Implement, and Bobcat of Watertown.
Class of February bulls here, and we really like the one we go ahead and start off with. One that we like in terms of starting at the ground. He's a big, even-footed bull who's really good, really solid in terms of his step. He's comfortable and loose in his stride, and yet doesn't sacrifice anything up high. We still think he comes with plenty of power, plenty of body, and when she stops him on the profile, still comes awfully level, awfully cool in his look. We think he's an awfully good one to go ahead and start. The bull in second, another one that we liked. Of the remaining four, we thought he was another one that was bigger in his upper hip, had some added foot at the surface. You know, probably didn't come just as soft in his middle rib as some of the ones behind him. But we think that comes with time because we think his build's the next best in terms of being a long-strided bull who still has some power up high. The bull in third, the man in the blue shirt, another bull that was softer in his middle rib. He's a little bit deeper if you look at him from the side. But one we didn't think just matched at the surface. We didn't find him to be as bigger footed. He's just a shot more upright in terms of his angles, but still gets out and goes, still has plenty of body, still has plenty of future. The really rugged, big-footed bull in fourth, we know that. He's given him some troubles. His attitude doesn't help him today, but we just found him to be a little bit rounder, a little coarser than the three ahead of him. We'd like to make him just a shot smoother in his shoulder, and as he fights him, we'd like to make him just a little bit more relaxed in his rear foot. And then the bull that rounds out the class, one that just ran out of gas, you know, in terms of individually by himself, has plenty of length, has stride, has plenty of body, has plenty of future, but compared to his contemporaries, just didn't have the added punch, just didn't have the added power. Nice class of 5.
So winning that class is lot 10, a consignment from Greg Keppen. Second place, lot 7 from Keppen Charolais at Volga. Greg is also from Volga. In third place, J&M Ranch of Lake Preston. In fourth place, Logan Wister with lot 9. And in fifth place, Andrew Adams from Yankton with lot 21. Once again, your class winners. Lot 10 in first place, lot 7 in second place, lot 8 in third place, lot 9 in fourth place, and lot 21 in fifth place. This will bring us to class 6 of the bulls. The youngest bull on the far end is a February 1st of 2022, followed by January 29th of 22, January 24th, and then January 17th. So just 2 weeks difference in age of these 4 bulls in the show ring now. Lot 6 is on the far end, followed by lot 5, lot 4, and then lot 3, closest to the announcer's block. Well, men, I hate to tell you this, but the girls got the best of you in this class.
A really nice set of bulls here to come next, and Clay and I did go back and forth a little bit on these first two bulls because they're really different, and maybe where I don't like them, I like the other one better, and vice versa. But the young lady that's going to go ahead and start this class, one that's real attractive when you get this one stuck on the profile, one that's really good in terms of his center body, a really big top, thick-ended bull. Maybe if you're going to be a little bit critical, you wish that one came a little bit softer in his pastern, came with just a shot more use to his hop, but a really nice bull to go ahead and start the class. The young lady that's going to come next, in the same breath, one I really like at the surface in terms of being really soft structured and loose in his joint work, one that's awfully deep and soft centered and comes with a really attractive herd sire look. Maybe one that just doesn't come with the exact wow factor as the bull ahead of him. The man that's going to come next, one that you have to appreciate in terms of just sheer muscle and power and turn of shape. But I think in the same way, it maybe works to his demise ever so slightly. Maybe gets a little bit straight in his shoulder, a little bit coarse and rounder about his muscle shape. The young man that's going to come next, a bull that we really liked in terms of his center body, another big-topped, big-ended calf, just one that maybe comes a little bit rounder out of his hip, doesn't go out and use and flex of his rear wheels as the bulls that go ahead of him, but a really nice set of bulls for all of those exhibitors.
So winning that class is lot 6 from Greg Keppen of Volga. Second place, lot 4 of J&M Charolais Ranch of Lake Preston. Third place, lot 5 from Van Dyke Charolais of Elkton. And in fourth place, LS Cattle Lane Schoenfeld of Astoria. There's one entry in our Class 7 bulls. Lot 2 be a December 4th of 21 entry.
Just a single entry here in the Decembers, but another one that we like in terms of his foot size. He's got some power. He's a real moderate bull that's going to go out and cover some cows and yet still have some power to put pounds on. Nice bull to round out. Congratulations.
That bull was exhibited by LS Cattle Lane Schoenfeld of Astoria.
A really nice single entry here that Clay and I just discussed is probably ready to go out and cover cows. really long-sided, big-topped, big-ended, good-bodied bull to go ahead and be here in this single entry. It'll be fun to get this one back out.
This bull was exhibited by Duxbury Cattle Company at Logan Zimlica of Wessington, South Dakota. So back into the show ring, we will need from our first class, lot 15, our second class of bulls, lot 11, lot 10, lot 6, lot 2, and lot 1 is in the ring already. This is for your grand champion and reserve Charolais bull here at the 78th Annual Watertown Winter Farm Show. Once again, into the ring on the far end should be lot 15, a March 7th bull of 22. The next bull should be lot 11, a March 1st bull of 22. The third bull in the line should be lot 10, a February 28th calf. The young lady with the black top on in the fourth bull, that should be lot 6, a February 1st. Followed by the young man in the fifth slot, a December 4th of 21. And the young lady directly in front of the block, February 15th of 21, lot 1. You people watching the show, if you're watching it online, and really quality runs deep in this set of bulls in the ring right now. Parading the bulls around. The young lady with the black vest on is leading a March 7th of 22, followed by a March 1st of 22. Young man has a February 28th of 22. Young lady in the black top, her bull is a February 1st, that's lot 6 of 22. And reserve champion bull here at Watertown. It's your 78th annual Watertown Winter Farm Show. Once again, I want to thank Hadley Shoddy for the Charolais Association, breed representative here today. The sale will be at 12:30 today. There's 3 auctions today. It looks like they're getting ready to go pick your champion. You can tell this their judges aren't married because they agree on something.
Clay and I were just discussing how we really don't agree, so maybe we'll be dating after this, maybe we won't. But we go back and forth quite a lot here, and I just wanted to take a minute to really appreciate all these Charolais bulls out here in the final drive. Neither Clay or I are from South Dakota, but we both competed on the judging team here at state. And one thing about the state of South Dakota is they know how to raise Charolais cattle, and I think this set of bulls out here really shows that. I'm just going to go through and talk about them each a little bit and kind of what we like, and then I'm going to have Clay go pick champion and reserve. I'll just start down here with this young lady. One bull we really, really like, just in terms of overall mass and power and foot size. One maybe that when you get out and go, you'd like him to just settle into himself a little bit. He wants to get a little up in his spine, maybe a little rounder out of his hip, but a bull that comes a lot of good. The young lady that's going to come next, another one you can really appreciate in terms of being big-topped and thick-ended. One that can come with some luck. One maybe for us that just gets a little straight in his shoulder. Maybe doesn't go out and come with the same use and flex to his hind leg as the bull we just discussed. The young man that's going to come next, on the other hand, one, if you really study him at the ground, that's probably one of Clay and I's favorite in terms of being really good structured, really soft in his lower joints. A bull that you probably see lots of seasons of service with, forever he finds a home to. The bull that's going to come next, another one that's really attractive on the side, one that comes back so level in his look and his design. Another one, maybe if you're going to be critical, just that one wants to get a little bit more hesitant and restricted in his pastern, but a really good-footed bull for that young lady. The young man that's going to come next, as Clay discussed, a real thick-ended bull, good-bodied, big-footed, really ultra-stout, represents a lot of what the breed is always chasing. And the young lady over here, a bull that we discussed earlier, is just ready to see cows. That's a really good-bodied, really sound, big-ended bull that holds some advantage in terms of maturity to some other bulls out here. But once again, really impressive set of bulls, top to bottom. If you would, put your hands together for these breeders and exhibitors. I'll have Clay go shake the hand of your champion in reserve.
So your grand champion bull will be the older bull, lot 1. Reserve champion bull will be lot 15. Your champion bull comes to you from Duxbury Cattle Company. Your reserve champion bull comes to you from the Vedby Charolais Ranch. Congratulations. If you would line up for pictures, they're ready to start the Main-Anjou show.
Okay. Is it working? So I'm only going to use that one camera today then? Okay, let me see where that's at. I gotta find the cord. That's all going there. I only have 2 spots. Because this other one we need, don't we? We need both of them. Well, can I plug it into this thing? Yeah, that's all I have. Well, no. Well, I can let's see how charged my computer is. If my computer was charged, then we could have plugged it into that, but I don't think I can plug it in because I only have 2 ports. That's all I have. It's just the 2, whatever they're. So, and I didn't bring my. Yep, but my computer's charging it right now, but I can just charge my computer. No, this isn't my computer. What is this? Yes, it is. But I need to put it there so I can charge my computer. So we can't plug that in unless. Yeah, but I only have. Because, you know, MacBooks only have 2 places to plug in at. Unless. I have this idea. Oh, okay. Let's unplug. Wait, what was that? Yeah, that's my charger. So I'll plug in this.
Okay. Okay. So you got a good picture. Okay. It's just the volume. Okay.
We're working on it. We're
Yep.
having problems.
Yep. I'm standing here by. And they'll get it.
Okay.
Hopefully. Yep. They said no. That's
Okay. So I think I plugged in now. The other. Maybe I didn't. No, I know it's not charging. But what did I just plug into my computer? Oh, the audio, I think. No, I just plugged. See, now he got me confused because he started talking to me. Well, the other, I know the other, let me see, I have the other, camera plugged in. So they're both plugged in, they should be. Yep, that's true. Will the other computer charge my computer? Do you think? Absolutely not, question mark. Let's try it. Let's try it. It might. I do, but I need I only have the 2 ports, so I'm out of room. And frick, I'm trying to figure out a way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Watertown Watertown Show. Main-Anjou show just getting underway here this morning. This is the first class. She's a single entry from Charolais Cattle Company. This is lot number 9. She's a May of 2022.
There's no way I can charge it. I know that's.
A really nice entry to go ahead and start the main show this morning. One I think that just reads with a tremendous amount of future. One that's so attractive and sporty looking from the side. And still one has to go. I think that one gets out and moves with plenty of comfort. One I think that's going to be really fun is a potential junior show project for an exhibitor. One with just a whole lot of future. Congrats.
If they don't have water. Yeah. Because we have to run that.
End of the sale. Okay.
Maybe you want to go.
First place in class number 1 goes to lot 9. PRV Kiss and Tell, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. Class 2 will be coming in at this time. There will be 2 females in this class. First coming in is lot number 8, consigned by Caulfield Sisters Livestock. Second in the ring will be lot number 7, consigned by Arrow J Cattle. First heifer in is an April 30th, followed by April 6th.
Grand champion Main-Anjou female this morning goes to lot number 8, consigned by Caulfield Sisters Livestock. Congratulations. Pulling in to compete for reserve is the second place female in that class, lot number 7, consigned by Arrow J Cattle.
As we get the second back out here, another one that really holds her spot respectively. Big-footed heifer's got plenty of power for her size. Can come with some look as well. Like we talked in class, maybe could level her out of her hip, but certainly plenty of future in her as well. We'll go ahead and get you guys a reserve.
And your reserve champion female, the class winner from class number 1, goes to lot number 9, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. Congratulations. Be just a moment or two as they get reorganized there in the back, and we'll be starting the Main-Anjou Bull Show here momentarily. So while we're waiting for that, just would like to take this opportunity to mention all the sponsors associated with the Watertown Winter Farm Show. Most of their banners are displayed throughout the sale ring and show ring here. American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement and Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Interstate Bank, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Kibble Equipment, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Veterinary Service, Plains Commerce Bank, Relia Bank, Titan Machinery, your Touchstone Energy Cooperatives consisting of Coddington Clark Electric, HD Electric, Whetstone Valley Electric, and Lake Region Electric Association. Want to thank all these sponsors and then each breed champion bull and female and also a random drawing per breed will receive an embroidered jacket. Also would like to thank Summit Carbon Solutions for being the wood chip sponsor this year. And also the video auction sponsors would be Bobcat of Watertown, Fiber Vans Implement Incorporated, and Max Steel. So certainly want to thank each and every one of them. Of course, the Supreme Row winnings consists of your Supreme Champion Bull. The consigner and buyer both receive a $1,500 cash award. Supreme Champion Female each receive the buyer and consigner each receive a $1,000 cash award. And your reserve champions, respectively, the buyer and consigner each receive $250. The Main-Anjou Bull Show is underway. This is the first class, Class 4, single entry class here with lot number 3. Lot 3 is a March 11th, 2022, consigned by Willert Meadows Cattle Company.
A nice single entry here, one that you can really appreciate in terms of his foot size and a real rugged look, a big topped, thicker made bull, a really nice single entry. It'll be fun to have this one back.
Thank you. First place in class number 4 goes to lot number 3, consigned by Willert Meadows Cattle Company. Entering the ring at this time will be class number 5. This is a single entry class as well. This is lot number 1, consigned by Radke Cattle Company. This bull is a March 7th, 2022. March 7th, single entry from Radke Cattle.
Another really nice single entry as well that we certainly think could use some competition. One that's got plenty of power to him, plenty of upper hip, yet goes to the ground on a square foot, gets out and goes with plenty of flex and reach, and yet still sets up with a nice look. One that we think could be awfully fun as we get him back out here later. Why don't we give him a nice round of applause?
Congratulations to Radke Cattle, first place in class number 5 with lot number 1. This will be the final class of bulls. This is a single entry. Again, this is class number 6, single entry bull, lot number 5X. And 5X is consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. This is an April 3rd of 2021.
Another really nice single entry here that Clay and I really like a lot, especially when this one gets pulled to go. Study that one at the surface, and he's so correct in his joint work, the way he gets out and moves and the use of his hind leg. And then work up from there, and that's one with a lot of look and still a lot of shape and a lot of width and a lot of mass. Just a really nice single entry that'll be fun to have back.
Thank you. So again, first place in class number 6, single entry with lot number 5X, consigned by Par 5 Cattle. At this time, we'll bring back the 3 class-winning bulls in for a selection of overall champion and reserve Main-Anjou bull. First bull in the ring is lot number 3. He's a March 11th, 22 model, consigned by Willert Meadows Cattle Company. Second in is lot number 1. Lot 1 is a February 7th, 2022, consigned by Radke Cattle Company. And third in the ring, winning class 6, is lot number 5X, and 5X is an April 3rd of 2021. Would like to thank and recognize our judges here this morning. We've got Tessa Herman from Barnesville, Minnesota, and Clay Sundberg from Mendota, Illinois. Appreciate Tessa and Clay being here and giving of their time today. Appreciate their comments throughout the morning here as well. So let's give them a nice hand for being here at the farm show with us. Thank you.
Why don't we give these Maine bulls a nice round of applause? 3 really nice representatives here. Not many in the show, but we certainly think 3 that represent themselves awfully well. All the way down here, even at the youngest bull, a really big-footed, rugged-footed bull. Comes with plenty of power, plenty of look still, too, plenty of body. Thing today, maybe he just doesn't quite have as much as the 2 behind him. Maybe like to see him just a little shot more neater into his hock and down to his pastern. But certainly one that has plenty of future to him, plenty of go. Just a younger bull here today. The middle bull, one that we both liked an awful lot there in class. One that comes with look, but more importantly, still comes with power and plenty of bull function to him as well. Compared to this class, we like his build as well as any. We think he's as good as any through his shoulder, and we like him especially down through his knee and to his front foot. He draws back level out of his hip, and yet still plenty square in his hip as well. One that we think has an awful lot of future to him. And then the big bull that we just got done talking, one that clearly has the size advantage here. He's big-footed, he's growthy, he's long and extended. If we compare him to the two ahead of him, maybe we'd like to see him just a shot neater, a shot more comfortable through his front skeleton, through his shoulder and knee, but certainly one that comes with some look, comes with some power. Why don't we give him one more round of applause? Tessa's going to go out and pick our champion in reserve. Congratulations.
Congratulations, your grand champion bull in the Main-Anjou show is lot number 1, consigned by Radke Cattle Company. And your reserve champion, Main-Anjou bull, goes to lot number 5X, consigned by Par 5 Cattle Company. Congratulations. We have one more class here in the Main-Anjou show. We have a single entry. We have a steer, and I believe he is lot number 10, consigned by Duxbury Cattle Company. Single entry and the only steer in the Main-Anjou show this morning, so he'll be your automatic champion, but he is lot number 10, consigned by Duxbury Cattle Company, is in April 12th of 2022.
A real nice single entry for this young lady, one that just represents really practical cattle in terms of being really attractive, in terms of being soft and bold centered. Comes back to a really wide pin set and has some shape down through his lower stifle. Just a really nice practical steer for this young lady with some added look. A nice single entry for her.
Winning Class 7 and your automatic champion steer this morning goes to lot number 10, consigned by Duxbury Cattle Company. Congratulations. Well, that does conclude the Main-Anjou show here this morning. I want to thank everybody for your attendance. I thank our judges again. Tessa Herman and Clay Sundberg for their comments. Charolais and the Shorthorn sale will immediately follow the Main-Anjou. So that's the schedule for the day here in the show and sale ring. And again, the Shorthorn sale will be getting underway here in just another moment or two. All right, we are underway with the Shorthorn show here this morning. This is a single entry. This is lot number 22, consigned by Lance and Kelsey Becking. She is a June 17th of 2022. June 17th, 2022, single entry, lot 22.
A really nice single entry to go ahead and start off the Shorthorn show. One I think that's really attractive and feminine in her look. One that's really good in her body shape and real attractive and level in terms of her lines. Another one that meets the surface pretty sound. One that reads with just a lot of future. Just a shot green today, but she'll be real fun to have back out here.
First place goes to lot number 22, consigned by Lance and Kelsey Becking. Class number 2 will be entering the ring at this time. This is the May purebred heifer calf class. 2 entries in this class. First in is lot number 20, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle. Second in the ring is lot number 19, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. Oh, I believe they switched on me. First in is actually Vanderwalls with lot 19. Second closest to the auction block here is lot number 20 by Faxon Creek. Would like to invite those of you that are interested that the South Dakota Junior Shorthorn Association are hosting a silent auction over there in the corner of the show ring, being the northwest corner there behind the live auctions camera. So all the proceeds benefit the South Dakota Shorthorn Juniors. Those bids will close at the conclusion of the Shorthorn sale this afternoon. So again, be sure and check out the silent auction items to benefit the South Dakota Junior Shorthorn members. And again, that will close after the Shorthorn sale here this afternoon.
Here in Class 2, a pair of roan heifers that we both think have an awful lot of quality. We go ahead and use the young man's heifer. We just prefer the way she's built up through her front end, through her shoulder and knee. We think she's a shot more secure down through her hock. And then just big picture, she's a shot further along today through her center rib. Got a little bit more power to her. And that's not to take away from the really green heifer here in second. One that still comes with some foot size, comes with some hip. She just gives up a little bit of power to the heifer ahead of her. Maybe just like to see her a shot more relaxed up front, but still a really nice heifer. Give these two a nice round of applause.
First place in Class 2, the May heifer calf class. First place goes to lot 19, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. Second place to lot 20, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle Company. Class 3 is in the ring. First in, they're furthest from me is lot number 26. That is an added lot. Lot 26, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. Second in the ring is lot number 14, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farms. 2 heifers in this class, both of them March 2022 females. This is the last class of open purebred shorthorn heifers, and then we'll bring in the one single class of bred females, and then champion purebred shorthorn will follow. This is Class 3, March 2022 purebred shorthorn heifer calves.
A really nice pair of shorthorn heifers here, and now we're going to go ahead and leave them as they stand and start with this one out here to my right. One I just really like in terms of body shape and bone and structure. Get behind that one, and she has so much turn to her upper rib, comes back to a big upper hip, just one that you really like from a maternal standpoint. That's nothing to take away from the heifer that comes next. That's one you can really like in terms of how feminine she is, ahead of her shoulder, really attractive and relaxed in her lines. Maybe one that just gives up some bone, maybe gives up some mass and some power to the heifer ahead of her relative to her frame, but a really nice pair of heifers. Congrats to those exhibitors.
Thank you. First place goes to lot number 26, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. And second place goes to lot number 14, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farms. At this time, we will bring in a single class of bred females. There will be 5 head in this class. Five head in this class. First in will be lot number 12, consigned by Bar N Cattle Company. Second in the ring should be lot number 10, consigned by Fickbaum Farms. Third in the ring is lot number 9, consigned by Matthew Van Lith. Fourth in is lot number 8, consigned by Three Buck Cattle Company. Fourth in is lot 7, consigned by Osterman Shorthorn Farms. And that concludes. So five bred females in the purebred shorthorn show here this morning.
a really nice set of bred heifers here, top to bottom, and I think ones that'll go out and do their job and make more than adequate cows. Clay and I just fall on this one here in the front to start, just in terms of a real high quality image. When you get this one stuck, and she's real good bodied, really sound and big footed. I think just where she rises in this class is pin width and some shape and some turn of upper rib. Just a really nice one to go ahead and start. That's nothing to take away from the darker heifer that comes next. That is a really long-sided, extended, a bigger outlined heifer that comes with plenty of body. She's long and level-hipped. Maybe just doesn't come with some extra pieces as the heifer ahead of her, but a really nice one to fall in second. The heifer that's going to come next is one, when you get her stuck on the profile, you can really appreciate the kind of picture and silhouette this one wants to paint and how level she comes back into her design. It's just when we get behind that one, she kind of wants to fall out. She wants to get a little narrower to her pins, a little flat down into her stifle, and a little frailer at the surface, but a really, really nice one that comes with some good pieces. The heifer that's going to come next kind of paints a similar story. That's one you can appreciate when you get her parked on the profile. Long, level through her hip, and one that gets out and goes with plenty of comfort and reach. Maybe one that just wants to come a little bit narrower, a little bit flatter today, but I think one that's going to be more than adequate as she becomes a cow. The heifer that's going to round out for us, one that still comes with plenty of good. She really represents the easy keeping, easy to feed kind, really bold in terms of her forerib. Gets out and goes plenty okay. Maybe just wants to get a little deep about her chest for us today. Maybe doesn't come with the same kind of extra bells and whistles as some of the others, but a really nice class of bred heifers for those exhibitors.
Thank you. First place in the Class 4, the bred female class, is lot number 7, consigned by Osterman Shorthorn Farm. Second place is lot number 10, consigned by Fickbaum Farms. Third place goes to lot number 12, consigned by Bar End Cattle Company. Fourth place to lot 8, consigned by Three Buck Cattle Company. And fifth place is lot 9, consigned by Matthew Van Lith. At this time, we have the selection of overall champion purebred Shorthorn. So at the far end, furthest from the announcer stand here, that's the class winner from Class 1, the June heifer, consigned by Lance and Kelsey Becking, with lot number 22. Following next is lot number 19. Winner of the May class, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. Winning the March heifer calf class is lot number 26. She's third in line there, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. And then closest to the auction block here, winning the bred heifer class is lot number 7, consigned by Osterman Shorthorn Farms. Again, this is a selection of champion purebred Shorthorn. Following this class, we'll have a single class of Shorthorn Plus females, and then into the bull show.
Well, why don't we give these Shorthorn breeders an awfully nice round of applause? We think 4 really, really high-quality class winners here, top to bottom, and it's kind of what you want to do with them. I think there's 3 heifers up front here that are going to go on and make tremendous show heifers, and their best days are ahead. And then there's another one that's certainly ready to go out and make an awfully nice cow as well. Starting with this young June heifer up here, one that has a tremendous amount of look, a tremendous amount of future. We love her up front, the way her neck sets right up on the top side of her shoulder. She draws back level to her hip. She offers such a nice look from the side and yet still gets out and goes. She's the youngest today, and we certainly have to think about that as she's green, but certainly one that's going to feed, one that's going to continue and then go on and make a nice cow afterwards as well. The roan heifer here in second, another one that we like from the side. We think that's a big-footed heifer. She draws up level in her lines. She's deep through the center part of her body. Like I said, level out through her hip and goes out and takes a step. If we have to be just a little bit critical, maybe doesn't match her pin set with the foot size at the ground, but certainly love the fact that she's smooth, she's level, she's going to go on, she's going to continue to feed as well. An awfully complete one there for that class. The red heifer coming out of the third class, one that has a lot of awfully neat pieces. She's big-footed, she's flexible at the surface, yet she's still chiseled up front and comes back to a tremendously big hip. One that has plenty of center body as well, one that we think just offers an awfully nice look from the side. All 3 of those heifers up front there are going to go on and continue to make awfully neat show heifers and then go on to make breds as well. And coming back to the bred heifer, as Tessa just talked, one that we think is ultra complete. The moderate heifer takes an awfully nice long stride. She comes with plenty of center body, comes with plenty of upper hip. Tremendous future cow prospect as well. You know, as being a bred, she maybe doesn't have the same look and same style as the 3 ahead of her, but she's also getting ready to be in her working clothes. She's going to go out and be a cow. So once again, all 4 of these, and even some of those that went back to the barn, awfully high quality. We think this sale could be awfully fun this afternoon. Give them one more round of applause. We'll select a champion in reserve.
Grand champion purebred Shorthorn heifer this morning goes to lot number 26, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. Congratulations. Entering the ring to compete for reserve is the second place heifer in that class. That's lot 14, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm.
As we drop the second place in that class, the red heifer, one that we love in terms of her extension, extremely long-sided, has some frame, and yet still has some flexibility. She's going to be able to feed awfully nice and fits into this set awfully well. We'll go ahead and select a reserve. Once again, give them a nice round of applause, and congratulations to these breeders.
And your reserve champion female goes to lot number 7. Winning the winner of the bred heifer class, she's lot 7, and she's consigned by Osterman Shorthorn Farms. Congratulations. In just a moment or two again here, we will bring in a single class of Shorthorn Plus females. There'll be 5 heifers that come in varying ages, but it is a single class, and we will announce those as they come in, and they'll be followed by the purebred bull class. Want to remind everybody again, the South Dakota Junior Shorthorn Association is hosting a silent auction. Those items are back in the northwest corner of the building here, kind of behind the live auctions camera and internet bidding table over there. So certainly check out the items available on the silent auction for the benefit of the South Dakota Junior Shorthorn Association. All right, if you're listening online, you can go to the Watertown Shorthorn Show and Sale Facebook page, and also they are monitoring that. If you'd like to participate in the silent auction, you can certainly do that through Facebook on the Watertown Farm Show Shorthorn Facebook page. All right, we are underway with the Shorthorn Plus show. Now again, this is it is a single class, but the heifers do vary in age. We'll announce that here as they come in. The first heifer in the ring is lot number 21, consigned by Bar N Cattle Company. She's a May 19th of 2022. Second heifer in is lot number 17, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. Lot 17 is an April 5th of 2022. Third in the ring is lot number 16, consigned by Lance and Kelsey Becking. Lot 16 is a March 23rd, 2022. Fourth in the ring is lot number 15, consigned by Clay and Aaron Osterday. She's a March 22nd, 2022. And the fifth heifer in the ring, closest to the auction block, is lot number 13. Lot 13 is consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle, and she is a February 21st, 2022. So beginning here at the far end of the show arena, May, April, March, February.
really nice class of Shorthorn Plus heifers here, and there's only one class of them, so these two out front will be your champion in reserve. But the one that's going to go ahead and be our champion today is one that gets Clay and I awfully excited. If you're after one that's going to be real high quality and real competitive as the season goes on, this is probably the one to do it. That one's real neat in her look, real sound at the surface, big and deep centered, just a really high quality heifer to go ahead and start. That's nothing to take away from the heifer that's going to come next. This one is real powerful, bold-bodied, big-footed, and stout. One that I think that brings a lot of really neat brood cow pieces to the table. She'll be really fun to see progress and become a cow later down the road. A really nice entry for that young man. The heifer that's coming next today maybe doesn't want to be much of a show heifer today, but boy, I hope somebody makes her one because I think she comes with a lot of really neat pieces. Really like the way she ties her neck in high onto the top side of such a smooth shoulder. She's really attractive when you get her parked on the profile there in terms of the way she sits into her top line, comes out of her hip. Maybe one that just gets a little narrow for us as you follow her back into her pin set. Just doesn't come with some extra pieces of power. Just a bit greener for us today. The roan heifer that's going to come next is one that comes with some nice extension. She's long-bodied, long-hipped, gets out and goes with plenty of comfort. Maybe one you wish that just came a little softer back to her flank, came with a little bit more power from behind, but a really nice heifer for him as well. The heifer that's going to round out the pluses for us today, another one that comes with so much extension, and she's really long and level in her lines, gets out and goes with plenty of comfort, maybe one that just gives up some bone, some added body for us today. But if you would, put your hands together for those Shorthorn Plus exhibitors, a really high-quality set of cattle.
Thank you, Tessa. First place in Champion Shorthorn Plus female goes to lot number 16, consigned by Lance and Kelsey Becking. Second place in your reserve champion Shorthorn Plus heifer goes to lot number 17, consigned by Vanderwall Livestock. Third place goes to lot 13, consigned by Faxon Creek Cattle. Fourth place goes to lot 15, consigned by Clay and Aaron Osterday. And fifth place goes to lot number 21, consigned by Bar and Cattle Company. All right, moving right into the bull show. This is the class number 6, purebred Shorthorn bulls. I'll go through the ages for you as we introduce everybody here in this class. This is all the Shorthorn bulls in the show here today, so this will also be your class and first and second place bulls in here will be your champion and reserve purebred Shorthorn bulls. First bull in the ring at the far end of the arena is lot number 6. He is consigned by Fickbaum Farms. Second in the ring is lot number 5, consigned by Craig Shorthorn Farms. Third in is lot number 4, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm. Fourth in the ring is lot number 3, consigned by Matthew Van Lith. Fifth in the ring is lot number 2. Lot 2 is consigned by Ryan Jensen. And the sixth bull in the ring, closest to the auction block, is lot number 1, consigned by Millvale Shorthorns. So again, 6 bulls in this class. We start at the far end of the arena with an April of 2022, followed by 3 March bulls. So the second, third, and fourth bulls in line are all Marches. The 5th bull here is a January. And lot number 1 is a February 2021 coming 2-year-old. So as they make the turn here to head back the other direction, you have an April followed by 3 Marches, then a January, then a February coming 2-year-old. While our judges are deliberating here in the Purebred Shorthorn Bull Show, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank and recognize our sponsors here at the Watertown Farm Show. Their banners are hanging all throughout the show ring here today. Your Supreme Row sponsors consist of American Bank and Trust, Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, Farmers Implement and Irrigation, First Bank and Trust, First Interstate Bank, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Kibble Equipment, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Veterinary Service, Plains Commerce Bank, Relia Bank, Titan Machinery, your Touchstone Energy Cooperatives consisting of Coddington Clark Electric, HD Electric, Whetstone Valley Electric, and Lake Region Electric. So thanks to these sponsors, each breed champion bull, female, and a random drawing per breed will receive an embroidered farm show jacket. Also, the Supreme Row Cash Awards, so your Supreme Champion bull, the buyer and the consigner each receive a $1,500 cash award. The Supreme Champion female, buyer, and consigner each receive a $1,000 cash award. And your Reserve Champion, both bull and female, a $250 cash award to both the buyer and the consigner. Would also like to thank Summit Carbon Solutions for being the wood chip sponsor here this week. And your video auction sponsors consist of Bobcat of Watertown, Feber Vans Implement Incorporated, and Max Steel. So let's put our hands together and thank all of the sponsors here at the Watertown Farm Show. We appreciate it very much. And while they're wrapping up their duties here this morning, would like to also thank our judges this morning. We've been a pleasure to have Tessa Herman from Barnesville, Minnesota, along with Clay Sundberg from Mendota, Illinois, be with us here today. Former South Dakota State University judging team members, so certainly appreciate Tessa and Clay taking time out of their schedule to be with us. And let's give them a nice hand for their work and their comments today. I've enjoyed having them here and appreciated their comments, so thank you, Tessa and Clay, for being with us today.
A nice set of Shorthorn bulls. Why don't we give them a nice round of applause? We think these top two bulls are both awfully good, and each in their respective kind. We go ahead and use the man's bull. We just think he's got a shot more to him. He's bigger in his upper pin set. He goes to the ground on a big foot. He's big through the center part of his body. He's just a rugged, sound-made, awfully good bull to go ahead and start. And that's not to take away from the bull in second, because we think he does have as much look as any. We like the way this bull sets his neck on the top side of his shoulder, drives awfully level back out through his hip, and yet still for his size has plenty of foot at the surface as well. Just another really good bull. Maybe doesn't have the added ruggedness as the one ahead of him, but they're both younger bulls yet. They both got time to go. He'll mass up. He's going to make an awfully good bull as well. And then we go ahead and use the roan bull. We just think he's a nice, level-made, long, extended bull. He takes a nice, long step. Compared to the two ahead of him, just doesn't have the added foot size, probably just doesn't have the added look, added balance, but a bull that's certainly going to go out and cover cows with no problem. Just didn't have the same look. And that's kind of the same with the red bull here. To go in fourth, one that comes with a little more body than the roan bull. We get that. He takes a long stride. He just hits us a shot plainer down through his sheath. He's a shot frailer down at the surface, but that won't restrict him from the fact he's going to go out and cover cows. And two very different ones on the bottom. The big bull we go ahead and use just for his added size today, his added extension, just a little bit further along. Time on feed will certainly help him when he gets out and covers cows, but just didn't have the added power to match his size and his age today. And that's nothing to take away from the youngest this bull here. He's just green. He needs more time to mass up, more time to mature, but one that's long and level and takes a certainly good step as well. Futures in his favor. Congratulations to those 6.
Thank you, Clay. First place and champion purebred bull goes to lot number 5, consigned by Craig Shorthorns. Second place and your reserve champion bull goes to lot number 4, consigned by Vogel Shorthorn Farm. Third place goes to lot number 3. Lot 3 is consigned by Matthew Van Lith. Fourth place goes to lot number 2, consigned by Ryan Jensen. Fifth place goes to lot number 1, consigned by Millvale Shorthorns. And sixth place goes to lot 6, consigned by Fickbaum Farms. Congratulations.